All right. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this Deborah platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely afternoon in which the Most High Yah has made, and I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. You know, I'm not going to be long. No way. No way. I was just in the bathroom in the water. I wetting the towel with the warm water so I can kind of refresh my face here. And the Spirit said to me, stand still and know that I am. He said that what is about to take place, eyes is going to be shocked. They're going to be shocked because there is something, and not just one, a lot of hidden darkness is about to be revealed. Who is this? I don't know. All I know, he was saying that just stand back, stand still, and know that I am. And like I said earlier, it's almost like he's going to turn up the dial, turn up the heat. He wouldn't be turning up the heat because of what is. He'll be turning up the heat because of what was. Praise the mighty Yah. The Most High Yah don't have to chase our wicked ways. He don't have to follow us in our error. He know who we are. But more so than anything, he want to let you know who he is. And this is what he's saying, Deborah. Stand back and know that I am. Kind of got me kind of shaky because I believe he's getting ready to suffer something to happen, and not just one thing in which our minds, our hearts, our teaching, our comprehension, our pride and our boasting, our ego ain't waiting for, nor looking forward to. So whatever it is, it's going to be like he's turning up the heat. And he wanted me to know that it's not because of somebody done something, or somebody or he's at a stage of fed up. He said, no, the day, which is DAY, has been set before the foundation of the world. So the heat that rests in the DAY need to get hotter. There is a lot of things taking place right now in the world, in the four corners. And when I say the world in the four corners, I don't want to just make it look like it's just the four corners in the world, but I'm going to say among people. There are a lot of things taking place that men and women, male and female, white and black, every nationality, children are not seen as wicked and evil and error. Instead, he said, what everybody has turned what is right into wrong, and wrong into right. So he's going to turn up the dial, y'all. We're finna see something. We're going to see some heat, y'all. We about to see some heat. And he wants you all to understand, everybody to understand, that it's nothing you nor I can do about. We can't do nothing about what he has in plan. according to his will. That's one thing we don't have no, and true and out. That's why I say to you all, I pray for my loved ones. I pray for those that I know. I pray because I know that Sister Deborah ain't big and bad. She ain't but flesh set in the will of the Father. It's not going to move what the Father has prepared in this DAY to come to pass. Oh, it's coming, baby. It's coming big time. It's going to come up and it's going to come down. It's going to hit the four corners of the world. Why? Like I said, he said he had already created this DAY before the foundation of the world. And he says where we're at now, it used to be a point where you might get, you see wrong being right and right being wrong at 50-50. He said, but now it's like 99.9. Wrong is right and right is wrong. So in a sense, he's saying that him turning up the dial need be. He needs to turn the fire up because we need to feel this time. We need, and I ain't gonna lie. I feel the same way. Turn that fire up, Father, y'all. Turn that fire up. And I don't know. I don't know. I've been feeling that way for quite some time because I'm living in a society where I see why it need be. Because like I say, we are looking on every side and we making right wrong and wrong right. And we making everything that we can see and believe, and we making everything we can hear out of with our natural ears and believe. And this is what we based our right and our wrong, or our turning our right into wrong and wrong into right, based on what we see and believe and what we hear and agree with. So he's saying that the fire is about to be turned up. Okay, you guys. And is that for me as a prophet is in the wilderness? Let me tell you something. I don't see that to be light. I don't take that lightly, coming from a creator. You know what I'm saying? Now, say if it was just come saying it just me, I'm going to turn up the heat. Oh, no. Baby. This is the Father saying this to me when I was in the water. I was washing my face before I came on live. And that was the last thing he said to me. He said, I'm going to turn the heat up. And I said, turn the heat up. The dial, the heat, Father, y'all. You mean the fire? Yes. And let me tell y'all, when it starts to come to pass, guess what? It's not going to stop. He's not turning it up to turn it down. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to do that. He's going to turn it up. And the only thing he's going to do with that heat, that fire, he's going to turn it higher, higher, and higher, and higher. You see what I'm saying? Why? He got to get, and we got to get to his will. And the only way we're going to get to his finish line is we got to see this thing. We got to feel this thing as he created it. And right now, you ain't got people teaching you things that has no power, no spirit, no truth. And I was doing a little study about an hour ago, and I was thinking, I said, Father, if there is something that is important that people need to know, it would be seek ye the kingdom first. But Father, I say, if seeking ye the kingdom mean what? Spiritual, y'all. The righteous, the bosom of the creator. He's letting us know to know any and everything, we got to seek him first. But what is going on? We have gotten to the point where we trust in ourselves. We trust in others and ourselves more so than what we cannot see. We don't want to say, well, no, I can't believe in him. I can't see him. So therefore, I don't believe in him. And he's saying that it's already where he knew it would be. Why? Because he's seen this in the heavens before it was on the earth. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, things down here on earth, I want to say this to you all. Things that's going on down here on the earth in the world. It's not shocking to the Most High Yah. It's not how would I say it? Something out of the wildest imagination. These things are not anything to him outside of his will. We are now in the DAY, and that's the close to the end of his will. So therefore, it's almost like he's seen it. He'd been there, done that all the way. Okay, it's going right. It's going right. That's why when he say to me, Deborah, that this need be. In a sense, look, Deborah, I got this. I got this. And I think that the deception has won. I'm gonna give deception on the earth today 98. Deception in the world today, I give it 98. I give it 98. 98 don't mean that's a grade for it. I mean, the 98% of people are deceived. Okay. And that to me, that's for a person like me that's taught from the wilderness, that's a hard pill to swallow. But I can swallow anything with a glass of endurance. See, that's when he told me I was 58. He said, "I'm gonna give you the endurance spirit." And I know that he have. Right now, I can actually look you straight in your eyes from this here laptop and tell you 98% has been deceived. 98% has been deceived. And that's why I need the endurance spirit. Yeshua had it. He needed it. He needed the endurance spirit. He needed everything that the creator spirit had to offer him. And he took it. And he used it. He displayed it to us. And he called it all his Father. He kept telling us, my Father. Anything you see I do come from the heaven. My Father. So he did an excellent job trying to get us to really take heed to really who all of this work of his hands and miracles and signs and the word that he was speaking, the spirit that he was walking in. He made sure we understood that this here is my Father. And it hurt my little spirit to know that I can sit for a good, let's say, 2 hours and get on YouTube and watch, let's just say 5-10% of individuals of each video out of let's say 15 people, 2 hours. And I will mark each 15 people and I will put an X on them. Because what I'm seeing and what I have seen was people don't know truth. They don't know spirit and truth. Now, the truth that they do know is their truth. You get what I'm saying? No one seems to know spirit and truth. So what everybody is riding on is their truth. They are teaching their truth because that fits them and those that they are deceiving. And what they have learned throughout the time they've been on here, if I can deceive and look as if I'm 100, hey, it's no way I don't care about the other side. And that's what happens. And that's not just being on this devil platform. That's when you see all these people who got wealth and famous, same thing. Because the people on this devil platform, they really think they famous. They really do. And in the process of thinking they famous, the ego is just up too high. They got so much pride within them. I'm sitting here and everybody trying to make it look like all these skeletons are coming out the closet and all these showing all these pastures. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you something now. One of them never thought to look at, and I'm gonna tell it like I know it. I'm gonna tell it like I know it. A lot of people never really look at that. You got all this darkness coming out of the closet, as far as the individuals who's supposed to be leading people. If you just paid more attention to what is going on, you'll notice the only one gonna be coming out that door closet are men. Oh yeah, you're gonna have some women, but it's gonna be very scarce because the Father's making a statement here, y'all. And no. Let me back that thing up and back that thing down. He ain't making no statement. He already made the statement. But in spite of him telling me about he's turning up the dial to the fire, he's turning up the fire, you're going to see more than you have ever seen. Even those that you really believed in and that you really trust in, that you felt you really knew, and that you, oh no, that can't be, and oh, I don't believe that. It ain't about what you believe, honey. Darkness don't belong to you, even though you sit in it. It don't mean that it belongs to you in your belief. So darkness got a lot of belief. A lot of people deceived in its belief. It don't need you to justify it and to clarify and identify it. It's going to be darkness whether you like it or not. Okay? So what is actually taking place, we got so many people who have led what you call thousands. And it's being revealed. And a lot of people are not giving the glory to where it belongs. We're not speaking on behalf of the right hand of the Father, which is the power. Wait a minute, Father, your right hand is showing up and showing out. You bring in darkness into the light so the whole world can see it for what it always was, because it is. Why is it? Because it was in the heaven. It's just showing up and showing out down here on the earth. Doing that for what? To show you who they are. And this is what hurts more than anything, to be a living prophet, living and not a dead one on the earth. People doing it with a high level of pride. Everything everybody doing, and they got this pride, this ego, boasting. You know, look at all of them. Everybody is in this thing about, yeah, I did it, or yeah, ain't nobody gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait a minute. That's showing you the mindsets that are out here. I know I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to go on and put it out there because I still have it before the bosom of the Father, because I'm trying to get to the point where I don't think that a lot of things has been, how would I say it, smeared. You know what I'm saying? Because to me, it's better for things to be smeared so the spirit of the Creator can wipe it up. That's what he's coming to do. And if it's not smeared, then it's not really in darkness. It's always in light. Smearing it is wicked and evil, keeping people from seeing truth and the spirit that created this truth. So they get in and they take their power, and it's not so much as like the power that rests in the right hand of the Father, but they little principality power. See, people would never accept. People will never accept the fact that when the Father created everything, he already done labeled it to the beginning to the end. That means he is not. And if he has written you in a book and have written you in some books to the lake of hell and in the book of the of life, then he knows all things in everybody's destiny. You see? So while we're down here trying to make everything good, and everybody going to the book of life, and everybody is God most gift down here on the earth, that's the way I'm seeing it as a prophetess. People are making what look bad, they making it look good. I'm like, wait a minute, how can that? He said, Deborah, come down. This need be. This has to be this way. Because heavens has orchestrated it. If it wasn't darkness, how can he bring light? So when you seeing all this here, know that I got this in control. I didn't have to, but I went to 2 funerals today one for a male and another one for a female. And did you know, you guys, they were, to me, it was really about the dead. How can you hold somebody for 2 hours talking to the dead? You see what I'm saying? And then he began to say, he said, but see, you sitting in here amongst them, Deborah, and you know better. You know that I said when you're born, that's the time to cry. Because you ain't coming into the world with nothing. You ain't coming in. You can come in with a silver spoon. Married, a mother, a parents of rich Bill Gates. This world, it ain't gonna change that this world's still wicked and evil, and that's what you coming to. How about that? Don't that sound about right? So when you're born, you ain't coming into nothing but a bunch of wicked and evil. So it makes sense why it is said that when you're born, you cry. But when you die, this death of the flesh, you shall rejoice that they have gone on. So while I was at the funeral, I found myself listening very attentively toward what they were condolence. The guy and why would you have 10, 15 people, pastors, bishops, saying something? Now, one of these people really knew this person, but it doesn't matter. Everybody got to get their prompts. Everybody got to get their glory in. And every last one of them was talking trash. Why would you say that, Deborah? Because it didn't benefit the dead nor the living, what they were saying. It's all to identify who they are. Just like these platforms. It's not helping the people at all. It's just here that people can identify that I'm out here, like me, subscribe, so I can get a check. That's all it's about. And this is why people can't hold firm to spirit and truth. They can't, because spirit and truth don't want to hold firm to them. Spirit and truth don't even want to have nothing to do with them. Having truth don't mean nothing, y'all. Why you say that, Deborah? Because we got truth in our flesh. What can override the truth that's in our flesh? The spirit and truth can knock it off the ballpark because it's coming to the deepest realm. And that's that spirit. Because if it's just you got truth in your flesh, you dead. Your flesh is already dead, y'all. Your truth don't mean nothing. But if you pull up in the spirit realm with truth, then you got something going on. But where we're at today is just like, here I am. Let me give you a little clip of what was going on at this one funeral. And they talked and they talked. Now, why are you going to have 15, maybe it might have been more than that, pastors up there, bishops, having something to say at this young lady's funeral? And it wasn't that they knew her. It's just that they want to say that. And I just looked at it and I said, you know what? This is sad. And then you heard them talk about she done made it. The songs they sung was, oh, she made it. She done made it over. She done made it. Oh, like if they know for sure where she's at right now. But throughout life, we haven't learned anything. We just repeat traditions. And right now, I went today, and they were like dead. For a funeral of dead, the whole thing was dead. Totally worldly to the utmost, and it just didn't make any sense. Then the father said, when they're talking, if they really knew spirit and truth in what they were saying, they would expound on the fact that it's over for her and she don't have to go through, in a sense, in the flesh. But they don't even have the sense enough to say it like that. They already like she's in the kingdom, at the kingdom table, eating dinner with the Most High Yah. Let me tell y'all what I discerned. When I got there, it had to be about 200 people already there, right? And when I walked into their little sanctuary, their little church, it wasn't a little church, it was a big one. I felt this feeling that the family was battling one another. See, people want you to want people to look at their family as all together and they knit. I got a good family, together family. People never really understood. If you go from Genesis all the way to Revelation, show me where it says the family was unified. Show me where it says that the family, and family. All I hear is that they come to bring the sword between mother and father. I mean, mother and daughter, and father and son. And in the house, there's going to be 2 against 3 and 3 against 2. Wait. Hold up, Father. Where you going with that? Tell them, Deborah. It ain't no connection. But by us being here on the earth, we put family on the highest pedestal. So here I'm in this church and I'm like, why is it I'm feeling like the family is feuded? Do you know what? I was just like 10 minutes late. When it was time for the pastor to in a sense, preach or whatever, eulogize or whatever they call it, would you believe that he covered exactly the way I was feeling? He started telling the family how all this corrupted stuff going on in the family, y'all enemies to each other, and have an audacity show up at church and try to represent. Oh man, I'm like saying, wait a minute, hold up. How you gonna come up? He's called himself a bishop. I'm like trying to figure out how you gonna pull up like that. That's what he was talking about. Every last one of you right now supposed to be family. I mean, he was on the family. I would say, I knew it was something. It's a vibe you get in the spirit realm. It's a vibe. It's a feeling you get. And I'm like saying, a lot of these people out here that was at the funeral, I'm like saying, I wonder, do anybody feeling like I'm feeling? I ain't got no sense, and it's okay. I don't have to have no sense, y'all. Not in the natural. Catch me on the other side in the spirit, I'll mess you up. So I ain't got no sense in the natural, but I couldn't figure that out for nothing. I'm trying to figure out, hold up, what's going on? What's going on around here? You know, I looked over at the family. I'm like, wait a minute. Wow. And then in the family, let me tell you what's in the family. You got 4 pastors of 4 churches in the family. The father, he's the presiding, some type of bishop over whatever. Then his 3 sons, all of them supposed to be pastors over their own church. And all of his whole family, them. Oh, they can sing. Oh, yes, they can, y'all. They can. And he was just saying, and all this a family have, and all this chaos within it. And I'm like, hold up, man. You're talking what I walked in here feeling. Mess me up. I said, wow. It's really getting bad, ain't it? That's what I was saying to the Most High, y'all. And I'm like saying, I knew that when he just started saying stuff like that. And I said, I knew it, because you could feel it. And I was sitting on the last seat way in the back. But I can feel it when I walked in. I could feel it. It's nothing that I saw. It's what I felt. And the way they do stuff now today is they do a lot of things that they didn't do at one time. Now it's such a change, because I'm going to tell you something. I ain't been to a funeral in a long time. And to go to both of these funerals, I was like, one said, when we're going to have, after the service, we're going to have they really were saying like a party, in a sense. Tom, he passed away, and he had all these big old dump trucks. They were purple and black, and they were really, really pretty, really gigantic. And they had them all lined up at the outside of the church. And I'm like, saying, what? It was totally different, y'all. That's why I was saying, People are walking the way of the world to the utmost, even to the point of death. People are not seeing things out of order. They seeing things in order. So when I talked to Tom's wife, I said, "You okay?" She said, "Yeah, I'm okay. You okay?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "No, God got this. God got this." And I said, "All right, all right." You know, reason why I'm saying it, I'm like, okay, we can say words for so long till we begin to believe it. What is it he got? Mm-hmm. What is it he got? You know, I know y'all might not catch what I'm saying, but what is it he got? You see what I'm saying? We are at a point where it's okay and it's nothing wrong with the way people handle and deal with things in this day and time because it's right. And it's coming out of a strange place, my truth. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got their own truth. And in their own truth, they got their own doing, their own way, their own understanding, their own wisdom, their own knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Their own feelings, their own personal opinion. Now, after Michelle's husband funeral, they was having this gigantic party. Now, when I went to Michelle's funeral, Tom's funeral, I mean, you give or take about 500 people. So I knew Michelle was getting ready to have, and he was a deacon in the church. She was getting ready to have a party. And when I walked in, I recognized my family there. Michelle is my oldest sister's best friend since they were in freshmen in high school. And now both of them are almost 70. But let me tell you, and baby, you see what they look like. You said, no, they ain't. No, those ladies is not 70 years old. Oh, yes, they are. And looking good. You hear me? But uh, 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 when I say that my family, my mother, my brother-in-law, my sister, two of my sisters, my niece, they were standing up there like they saw a ghost. They seen a ghost. You better see me. You see me. You better see me. When I walked in, first thing my sister, my youngest sister, the younger one's sister, she's the one to keep up all the chaos in the family. And she's like, oh, I keep up chaos and then I hide. And then she's out of the picture of the chaos that she started. And she's like, she's been like this here since I've known her, even in high school. She was always like that. She's always the one that kept up a lot of. And she said, "Oh, booby, did you get your invitation?" No, I didn't get no invitation. She said, "Oh, I sent it over there to the kids, to my kids, because I stayed south, they stayed north." I said, "Okay, okay, okay." She said, I didn't come for you. That's me. That's what I was feeling. I didn't come. David stood back and my mama saw me. She kind of stepped out and my older sister looked, everybody looking, my niece standing up looking at auntie. She, everybody, yeah, y'all looking, y'all see that glow? That's what you're looking at. I know it. Where is Michelle? That's what I said. And I went down there and told Michelle that I'm sorry what has happened. And my family was looking at me like something was wrong with me. I walked in and I walked out. I walked in, let Michelle see me before her, because this lady been with my sister to my oldest son. He's 43. She been to everything that they had for that, my son. He was the first grandchild. She been to everything that we've gone through as a family. We went through everything her family didn't go through. I mean, that's just, it's a deep, deep family connection there. So I wanted her to let her know that I come, to to let her know that I was sorry that this has happened. But I knew this guy would. I mean, he was the best. I think beautiful man. I put it like that. Beautiful man. I mean, nice man. He was a giving one too. Yeah, he always trying to find something he can give somebody, and he hired a whole bunch of brothers and trained them and everything. All of them was there. But and that this is the first time I ever been somewhere where the men outweighed the women. That's just how many men that was there. Okay. So I went in and talked to Michelle, and I walked out. I wasn't staying for no service. Now, normally I would, but when I saw my family and them there, let me get on out of here. Because after what they had done, and it really wasn't their fault, it was pretty much my fault because I'm a person forever, ever giving people the benefit of the doubt. And the Father checked me 22 years ago and told me this, this. Now you can believe him or you can believe me. But what did I do? Oh, I can just have this and they, do this for them and do this for them and do this, overlooking what the Father had told me. He said, I'm going to be with you. Never told me, what did I tell you? I'm going to be with you. When that bad boy was over, he had to take me to the wilderness, y'all, to deal with me. Mentally, physical, and spiritually, definitely. Because they had messed me up so bad in my thought. I'm like, okay, I done this. Got all these people from out of town here. All this I done done for the 3 days. Oh, and all the time they was setting me up, y'all. Big time. And I said, that's why you told me you was going to be with me. You knew all the time. He said, I wanted you to know, no matter what go down, I'm going to be there for you. And that's the one thing about it, the Most High Yah. We have to understand, no matter what going on in this world, he's about what he's saying. He say what he's about. And I can tell you as a living prophetess, not a dead one, he's about what he's saying. He said what he's about. But you got to know who he is when he say something. He's not this book. He overrides this book, y'all. How do he get you to understand this book? Not out of the mouth of men, because he never told you it comes from out of the mouth and the teaching. He said it comes by hearing, and that hearing has a one singular ear, meaning the spirit. You got to hear his spirit speak to you, your spirit, and teach you from that end. And the beauty of it, he don't want you to throw away no Bible. He wants you to let him teach you from the inside to the outside. Why? Because he is the word, and these are words. So he's coming to bring spirit and truth to the what? The whole matter. He's finna sum that thing up and sum it down. But what happens, and do you know what that is also? It's a part of when he says, seek ye the kingdom first. What he was telling me today earlier when I was doing it in my little hour study, he said, nobody wants to seek the kingdom. No one never seek the kingdom first. And I said to the Father, wait a minute, hold on, Father, y'all. I never knew nobody seeking no kingdom. Now, me, myself, I already knew. I was 4 years old going down to the basement, speaking to the Most High Yah. You would think I would be scared. Now, when it came down to nighttime, I was up in that room with the lights on. Why? Because the night brought terror to me, y'all. Y'all don't understand it. The night brought terror. I will remember. I don't know. I think had to been like 10 years old. I said to the Father, why? And why are you letting this devil do this to me? I was about 10 years old. Because he showed me in the vision the devil's face, just as it was in the corner when my son committed suicide. He showed me his face. He wanted me to see what was happening to me because I was telling him it's like a needle being like, you know how those people have a spell on somebody, they got a doll in their hand and you sticking it. Well, that's what was going on with my hands. And I was saying to the Father, why are you letting him do this to me? And at that moment, he revealed something to me that was very powerful. And from that time on, I saw this. It's almost like he showed me what was actually taking place. And I look back over my life and I think about how he allowed Job to have some time. I mean, Satan to have some time with Job, you see? But even then, I remember he was limited because I could see things before it happened. I mean, really, for real. I can tell when things are going to happen and I will prophesy. As a young girl, I would tell. And my mother always felt that she was kind of scared of the fact because she used to say, well, can you pray and pray that don't happen? Would you pray? She said, when you see these things, pray that it don't happen. Pray. That's what my mother used to tell me as a young girl. Because I was actually seeing these things. And anything that happened, I saw it ahead of time. And this is the sort of creator that I have walked behind. I was never in front of him. I was never not on his right. I wasn't on his right. I wasn't on his left. I was in the back of him at all times. So what I was trying to say is, it's different today than yesterday, you guys. And I see him in the tribulation time. I see the tribulation, y'all. I see the wrath. I see the judgment. I see the fire of the Most High Yah on the earth. And I'm like saying, when he told me, when I was in the bathroom before I came to live, I was washing my face and the water was running. He said, Deborah, I'm going to turn the dial up. I said, turn it up. I'm going to turn the fire up. So now you all, there are going to be a lot of things that's going to take place. That's going to, I believe, the only thing I can think is make people more fearful, because it ain't going to cause nobody to change. Oh no, it's never going to cause people to turn. That's not where he at today. The Father is not out here or up high nor low and everywhere else saying, okay, look, I'm going to do this and you're going to change. You're going to get it right. No. He's finna walk that thing up and walk it out. What is you saying, walking it up and walking it out? He got his will. He has prophesied to back that wheel up and to back it down. And just because we rather be over here seeing the left-hand side, how would I say it? Orchestrate a lot of things to keep you from seeing what's going on the right. That's on you. But you're going to see something on the right. You finna see something on the right, baby. He finna turn that fire up on the right-hand side. And that right-hand side is going to cause people to fear in a way of scared in the flesh. But they're not going to fear him in the spirit. They're going to fear the fact of what is actually happening. I can't understand why people are not seeing the things that's going on in the world today. I have an issue. And it's not that people are not, when I say people are not seeing it, it's that they seeing it. They're not moved by it. They're not moved by it. And when you're not moved by what is you're seeing, then it makes sense for him to turn the dial, the fire up. You can't see it. Let me kind of help you so you can see what's going on. See my judgment. See my tribulation. I tell you what, you want to see some fire? Come on here. Let me turn this bad boy up so you can see. And you're going to. I sat back and I read the other day Revelation 18 and verse 2. That's the immigrants. I don't know if I said migrants. I don't know why I said migrants all the time, but immigrants. That's them in Revelation 18, y'all. And look what it's saying it is. Unclean spirit, devils. While we over here on the left side, looking at them using that CERN machine, we sitting here watching them doing that over here, and they mixing all kind of things and cloning all kind of things over here. And we sitting here looking at them doing all of this over here to counteract what's on the right-hand side. And it's working very successful. But the Father said, don't get bent in it, Deborah. It's still my will. And that's the beauty of it. So it's okay. Now, this is what he's saying. It's okay for them to look to the left and marvel off of what is taking place. Magnify what is taking place on the left. Because on the left, they embrace. They can accept. You see? They can get on this devil platform and talk about it and get more subscribers. So he said that's why they got to keep talking on the left. But wait till that left pull up on them. Wait till that left pull up on them the way man has created it to pull up on them. I'm hearing that the food and everything that they got now is causing a lot of people to pass away. A lot of things they have done and that they're doing, people are ignoring it and not even knowing even the the air that you breathe. And now this is why grace and mercy is still holding you up. Because one thing they can't do, they can't end it their way. It's still going to have to walk my Father's way out of here. But there is a lot of things that's actually taking place while our eyes, our mind, and our heart, and our understanding, our wisdom, and our knowledge is right here on the left-hand side, watching Will Smith and Jada Pinkett and Beyonce and Jay-Z and Puff Daddy and Joyce Meyer and Osteen and all of this stuff on the left side to keep you from seeing what actually is happening on the right. So what he said, I turned that bad boy up on the right, Deborah. And you know what he said? Even when I turn that fire up, they still gonna be looking left. Do y'all understand? Do anybody understand what he mean? They still gonna be looking left. He said, just like the days of Noah, they never looked his way. All the way up until the flood came and swept they bad butts away. When that's what he said. So you're going to be looking on the left, believing everything the flesh of man has created and built up for you to believe, and it's going to be really taking place on the right. But the way they got it planned is we got to throw the mind of the flesh. We got to trigger them to believe on the left has the power, on the right is the weakling. So we got to show up from the floor up to override what's going on the right-hand side. Because when he told me that's the only reason why he allowed them to have the ability to even create this thing they got called CERN, CERN. And if you see it, you can look at it and say, this is not of man. It's no way their hands could put all these pieces together. It's no way. Okay, tell you, if you worked on assembly line, I worked at a McDonnell aircraft. That's where the fighter planes were built, and I worked it there as a chef. And we had something like, I think the building I was in was 6,000. No, it was the 5,000 building. I think the other building was 6,000 people working. Well, where I was at was 5,000. But we were there. And if you see all the parts it takes to build this plane, you'll say, can't no man do that. We never took that ideal and give it to where it needs to be. Only way they can do that, Father, is you. Same way it was with the pyramid, y'all. Let's say if you see the pyramid, do you think the pyramid would succeed the development of cloning somebody and making another person look just like you and I and walking around here, right? Like another Deborah walking right here with me. You can't beat that, y'all. You see, who gives them the ability to clone a human body without a breath of Yah? Without the spirit of Yah's image? See, that's what you know what that tells me? They really, really are against. That shows me exactly what he's saying on the left side. See, the left side is being able, and Yah has extended that grace and mercy and that ability for them to reach the capacity in which they feel they need to do what? Wait a minute, hold up. What are they doing? Still the Father's will. You see? So when you see them on the left side doing all these things, you got to understand. Let me show you an example. They were in the mall in Florida, and they said that these aliens, and they came, it was two of them, they came from underneath. It was like, I don't know if you all know this, but you all have seen them bring in 3D. You go to a movie, see a 3D, they can bring that bad boy straight to your face. Like that monster can come straight out of the movie screen, wham, right into your face like this. Well, that's what that was. They're trying to use the CERN, CERN, I think I'm saying it right, to try to bring things into existence so that they can deceive you. And the thing about it, Father said ain't gonna take much. They already looking they all set up. They all got their chairs out looking on the left. But this is the key to it. He said, this is what the Father said to me. He said, Deborah, out of all those people that was there, all those people that was there, not one come up with a video showing aliens. Isn't that impossible? Don't everybody use their phones for everything now, y'all? Come on now. Come on now. All these people. Then they said something about the police came in and they would sound like gun pops or something was popping. Why that? But guess what they did when they came out the mall, y'all? They made sure each and every last one of those people came out that mall, give them their phone. Why you want to check their phone? Huh? Why do you want their phone? See, y'all didn't understand why they had all those policemen there. They said something to the whole world. We got a bunch of niggas in this mall. Now, there was some Europeans there too. I don't think they're going to ever escape what they used to escape years ago, where they can just trap all of us. Then you're going to find one or two of them in it. So I'm like listening to him and listening to them, all those police that was there. That was about a people that didn't even have the sense to see you was just set up from the floor up again. It is a people who Deuteronomy 28 talks about. And I always wonder, Father, what's this thing about destroying until you? I said, wait a minute, you destroying these minds. You destroying these people. In a sense, it bothered me to continue to read Deuteronomy 28, the end, from the verse 16 all the way down to the end, and keep hearing this. You're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to destroy them, 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 you're going to destroy them. What do you mean? They're gone there. Because all these people that was at the mall, running for their life, as they say. No one can give you nothing outside. It was like something that just pops up and look like a 3D something. They did say something like, like a glitch or something like they say. That's a 3D, y'all. That's all that is. I don't know why these people calling me this time of night. So I'm like to myself trying to really grip the fact that no one in the tribe of Judah asks any questions when Europeans do stuff that reveal that they're actually setting a nation of people up. Why didn't you go to them heathens mall? Why didn't you go to the Gentiles mall? See, because they know we the biggest liars for them. We're going to make things bigger than what it is in the lie in which we feel we should lie. I don't know why Judah is like that. I can't explain that. Many scriptures speaks of him being the way that he is, but I'm like, why every time something go down, they have to use us, melanated people? Why here in this country? Why? All these police cars, they was coming to collect a bunch of you all. That was planned. That was set up. Even to the point outside when they had 2 and 3 people walking together, they were showing you all on the news and all up in the air. It looks like it was so blurry. It looks like an alien walking, but they found out that was a lie. It was people just walking. You see what I'm saying? But why do y'all have to make these lies surrounding us? Because we the only people that support their lies. We done it, you all, 400 years. And we done it 400 years. That's why they're able to manifest what they're doing. Because of people who was in a situation for 400 years, they should see by now, wait a minute, y'all, something wrong with these people. These people, something wrong with these people. We can't see nothing wrong with these people outside of we are in captivity. But it's more than just that. We should be able to see that they're all the setup that they're doing. A lot of it we can't do nothing about, but you got to be able to see it. But the Father said that without spirit and truth, they are blind to it all. And it just like, I don't care what happened, it's always us as a people that stands high and low and support. And then I was telling him today, I said, Father, that's exactly how they did with all this here gang stuff. They put them